second half this evening, we have Ri Liamo. Invite Liam up onto the stage now.
Thanks for hanging around. Most people leave after the tea, you know.
Once again, can we have a big round of applause for the Roon? He's absolutely fantastic. Yep. My favourite is the little one. And can we also have a round of applause for, what's his name, Mick, that done the sandwiches and the tea. Absolutely fantastic. Done a great job.
Nah, Michael, didn't know you had it in you, Michael.
I don't know. Your man that made tea.
He's not here anyway. It's on celluloid over there, look. Anyway, the team that's going to be running through this part of the show is songs of freedom and individual freedom and country's freedoms. And there's a love song in there too in there as well. And there's one love song in there. Shall we? What do you think?
Actually, why not?
Can we go over it?
If we're too loud, just tell the sound man. He's sound.
Shoulder to shoulder together up in Stephen Street. Alan, the Countess and the flags they were carrying. 1916 they were fighting for Ireland, willing to die for her freedom, willing to die for us all. It was early in the morning, just before that it was dawn. They were firing from the building up above in Stephen Street. For 2 long days we fought, but the battle was not lost, and the numbers were too many, so we had to leave the sea. Shoulder to shoulder together up in Stephen Street. Alan, the Countess and the flags they were carrying. 1916 they were fighting for Ireland, willing to die for her freedom, willing to die for us all. For around we could not keep on the Collins Easter week, so we crossed over to the college building just across the street, and we made a noble stand, every woman, boy and man. When the building was surrounded, we could not accept defeat. Shoulder to shoulder together up in Stephen Street. Alan, the Countess and the flags they were carrying. 1916 they were fighting for Ireland, willing to die for her freedom, willing to die for us all. Lord Farrell came our way with a message for to say, and Padraig Mears and Connolly courageously did fall. And I heard the piper play, and I knew that come what may, they would die for Ireland's story, all for one and one for all. Shoulder to shoulder together up in Stephen Street. Alan, the Countess and the flags they were carrying. 1916 they were fighting for Ireland, willing to die for her freedom, willing to die for us all. Shoulder to shoulder together up in Stephen Street. Alan, the Countess and the flags they were carrying. 1916 they were fighting for Ireland, willing to die for her freedom, willing to die for us all. Just over the road, a place called Clanwilliam Street, there was another big battle going on that lasted most of the day, the Wednesday. And it's a song about something that is very rarely spoken about in early schools or history classes or people talking on the street or whatever. 17 men from the Bolands garrison were sent out to Clanwilliam Road to protect the bridge. We're at 25 Northumberland Road. Michael Grace, James Grace and Michael Mallon were all met there, and the biggest decisive battle of the day. Anyway, this is their song. There were 17 in all, 17 so tall, who took the day to show the way how Irish men can fight. There There were 17 in all, 17, that's all. We took the day to show the way how Irishmen can fight. And little to speak of Easter week in the bridge they had to hold. The story's not often told about Northumberland Road. Lord and young Grace fought on that day, along with 15 other men to keep the Brits at bay. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, who took the day to show the way how Irishmen can fight. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, for the price of Irish freedom they heard their nation's call. The Sherwood men marched down the road, they were stopped at 25. 17 men would stand and fight for freedom was their right. The Sherwood men, they hit the ground and found no cover there. 9 long hours the battle wore on to affect the minds of men. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, who took the day to show the way how Irishmen can fight. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, for the price of Irish freedom they heard their nation's call. Malone came down the stairs with a pipe in his hand. He lost his life there on the stairs, his brace was rifle jammed. They gave till now we hardly speak how brave these young men fought. They gave everything they had to give so Ireland might not be lost. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, who took the day to show the way how Irishmen can fight. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, for the price of Irish freedom they heard their nation's call. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, who took the day to show the way how Irishmen can fight. There were 17 in all, 17 stood tall, for the price of Irish freedom they heard their nation's call. Thank you very much. Anyway, there's all sorts in this song. Freedom, murder, freedom, women, drink, drugs, well, not drugs, money as well. And it's simply called Slip, Jigs and Reels. He was barely a man in his grandfather's coat, sawn into the lining a 10-shilling note. Goodbye to the family, farewell to the shore. Till I taste good fortune, you'll see me no more. The boat on the ocean tossed like a cork. Then one fine morning they sighted New York. He stood on the gangplank, took in the air. Hello, land of plenty, I'm here for my share. And he did like the ladies, and the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice, spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip, jigs and reels. There's talk of a pistol, some say a knife, and all were agreed there was somebody's wife. A terrible commotion, terrible fight. He left a man dead and ran into the night. On a ship for St. Louis, just one step ahead. He slept one eye open, it's 6 gun in bed. And he dreamed of the mountains, green fields of home, while crossing the plains where the buffalo roamed. And he did like the ladies, and the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice, spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip, jigs and reels. Oh, of bad reputations a hard thing to bear. Mothers pour scorn and young children they stare. But he took consolation in flash company. Your life ain't so bad with a girl on your knee. And they called him the kid, and by 21, all that he knew was the power of the gun. And by 23, he'd shot 5 men down who got in his way as he rambled around. And he did like the ladies and the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice, spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip jigs and reels. There's bones in the desert, buzzards that fly, in the highest of circles just wishing he'd die. But in matters of cruelty, it must be said, a landlord will pick your bones before you're dead. It was wild mescaleros, I heard people say, in the deadliest ambush down old Santa Fe. And the young buck was taken, dressed in a coat, inside the lining a 10-shilling note. And he did like the ladies and the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice, spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip jigs and reels. And he did like the ladies and the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice, spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip jigs and reels, in the slip jigs and reels. Thank you very much. This one's called The Lakes of Pontchartrain. It was one bright March morning.
1 second. Turn the guitar on.
It's on.
Turn off the...
You're deadly, I think you're gorgeous.
It's right there.
When you're beautiful, you're beautiful.
See? Now it works, see? You had to talk to it. That's what happens. Would you look?
There's a red button on this, and I think it's the same colour as me mush.
Don't worry, you're all right.
Now we're going to have to play it for real.
And you were doing so well.
I was getting away with more than of us. He's messing again. He's messing with me. It was one bright March morning, I bid New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jackson Town, my fortune to renew. I cursed all foreign money, no credit could I gain, which filled my heart with longing for the lakes of Pontchartrain. I stepped on board of a railroad car beneath the morning sun, and I rode the rods till evening and laid me down again. All strangers here, no friends of mine, till a dark girl towards me she came, and I fell in love with my Rio girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. I said, my pretty Creole girl, my money here's no good. And if it weren't for the alligators, I'd sleep out in the woods. You're welcome here, kind stranger. Our house, it is very plain, but we never turn a stranger out in the lakes of Pontchartrain. She took me to her mama's house and treated me right well. And the hair upon her shoulders in black jack ringlets fell to try and paint her beauty. I'm afraid it would be in vain. So handsome was my Rio girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. I asked her if she'd marry me. She said that ne'er can be, for she had got a lover and he was far at sea. She swore that she would wait for him, and true she would remain. And he came for his Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. So fare thee well, my Creole girl, I never more will see. And I'll not forget your kindness in the cottage by the shore, and at each social gathering a flowing bowl I'll raise, and I'll drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Thanks very much. Don't wait to get inside. 'Twas down by the glenside I met an old woman, a plucking young nettles. She ne'er saw me coming. I listened a while to the song she was humming. Glory, oh, to the bold fenian man. When I was a young girl, they were marching and drilling. I woke in the tellside, sound awesome and thrilling. They loved poor old Ireland, to die they were willing. Glory, oh, to the bold fenian man. It's 50 long years since I saw the moon beaming on strong manly forms and on eyes with hope gleaming. I see them again to all my daydreaming. Glory, oh, to the bold fenian man. Some died by the glenside, some died and met the stranger, and wise men have told us their cause was a failure. But we may have brave men, we'll never have better. Glory, oh, to the bold fenian men. I passed on my way, God be praised that I met her. Be life long or short, I'll never forget her. But they stood by old Ireland, and they never feared danger. Glory, oh, to the bold fenian men.
Thanks very much for trying that one out for the first time. What do you think? Keeper?
Paul?
I think we'll keep that one.
This is the next one we have here is a song about apartheid, in fact.
Is it?
It is, aye. And it's written by a Scotsman now living in Australia called Eric Ogle. That's him. And it's about the last hour of a black man's life. A native South African. From the time they took him out of the cell to the time they hung him. And this one's called Singing His Spirit Home. They came for him in the morning, an hour before the dawning. The pale white moon was waiting in the African sky. Its cell door flew wide open, and they stood looking at him. He felt no mercy in the hearts, no pity in their eyes. As they took him and they bound him, tied his trembling hands behind him. He felt his courage leave him, his manhood disappear. His legs would not support him, so from the cell they dragged him. He sobbed and screamed and cursed him in his loneliness and fear. Chains, chains, chains. How many souls have died in freedom's name? To some it is a way of life, to others just a word. To some it is a snow white dove, to some a bloody sword. But until the last chains fall, freedom will make slaves of us all. With faces closed and hidden, the white guards walk beside him. Indifferent to his pleading, they've been down this path before. But other ears were listening, and other hearts were beating. Other hearts beat with him in its final desperate hour. Chains, chains, chains. How many souls have died in freedom's name? To some it is a way of life, to others just a word. To some it is a snow white dove, to some a bloody sword. But until the last chains fall, freedom will make slaves of us all. And their song of hope and freedom, it died inside that prison. It beat against the iron bars and crashed against the stone. As in the fear and hate they hung him, that sound that filled his being. And his brothers singing, singing, singing its spirit home. Courage, brother, you do not walk alone. We shall walk with you and sing your spirit home. Courage, brother, you do not walk alone. We shall walk with you and sing your spirit home. Courage, brother, you do not walk alone. We shall walk with you and sing your spirit home. We're going to go back to 1846 now. Yeah, absolutely. Can you not do it?
Absolutely.
Nah, you just let it melt away. It's cool. Anyway, this is a song about a fella called John Riley who left Ireland and went to America, forced off his land in Galway, and ended up in San Diego. Joined the army and went to fight Mexico, Santa Ana. My name is John Riley, and I'll have your ear only a while. I left my dear home in Ireland. It was dead starvation or exile. When we got to America, it was my duty to go to join in the army and slog across Texas, join in the Oregon Maco. It was there in the Pueblos and hillsides that I saw the mistake I had made. Part of a conquering army with the morals of a bayonet blade. So in the midst of these poor dying Catholics, screaming children, the burning stench of it all, myself and 200 Irishmen decided to rise to the call. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we formed on the Mexican side. We marched neath the green flag of St. Patrick, emblazoned with hair and gumra, bright with the harp and the shamrock, and Liberté la Republica. Just 50 years after Woolton, 5,000 miles away, the Yanks called us a legion of strangers, but they can talk as they may. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We fought them in Matadoros, while their volunteers were raping the nuns. In Monterey and Coracoro, we fought on as Ireland's sons. We were the red-haired fighters for freedom. Side by side we fought against the men. Side by side we fought against tyranny. And I dare say we'll do it again. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We fought them in 5 major battles, sure up us go, being the last. Overwhelmed from the cannons from Boston, we fell after each mortar blast. Most of us died on that hillside in the service of the Mexican state. Side by side of our own occupied homeland, we were heroes and victims of fate. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick's Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. Thank you very much. There wouldn't be a curtain for that window over there, would there? I think yours would cover the whole room, but however, we won't go into that. Just remember, I have a microphone, you don't.
He doesn't need one.
Right, we're going to come up to it's about 1936 for the Spanish Civil War.
Are we doing that one?
Is the many gone? Did you count them?
It's all right.
Hey, Hala, you didn't took one at all, no. This one is called Viva la Quita la Bragada.
What keep it in?
10 years before I saw the light of morning, a comradeship of heroes was laid. From every corner of the world came sailing the 15th International Brigade. We came to stand beside the Spanish people and try and stem the rising fascist tide. Franco's allies were the powerful and wealthy. Franco Ryan's men came from the other side. Even the olives were bleeding as the battle for Medellin thundered on. Truth and love against the force of evil, brotherhood against the fascist clan. Viva la Quita Brigada, the passion and the pledge that made them fight. Atlanta used to cry around the hillside. Let us all remember them this night. Bobby Hilliard was a Church of Ireland pastor. From Killarney across the Pyrenees he came. From Derry came a brave young Christian brother, and he fought and died beneath the blazing sun. Tommy Woods, age 17, died in Cordova. With no Fianna, he learned to hold his gun. From Dublin to the Via del Rio, where he fought and died beneath the Spanish sun. Viva la Quita Brigada, the passion and the pledge that made him fight. Atlanta used to cry around the hillside. Let us all remember them this night. Many Irishmen heard the call of Franco. Join Hitler and Mussolini too. Propaganda from the pulpit and newspapers helped O'Duffy to enlist his crew. And all word came from Minute supporting Nazis. The men of cloth had failed us again, as the bishops blessed the blue shirts in the navy, and they sailed beneath the swastika to Spain. Viva la Quita Brigada. passion and the bliss that made them fight. And long they used to cry around the hillside. Let us all remember them this night. This song is a tribute to Frank Ryan, Ed Conway and Denny Cody too, Peter Daly, Charlie Reagan and Hugh Bonner. So many died I can but name a few. Danny Boyle, Blaber Brown and Charlie Donnelly, Bill Timoney and Gibbs Rainey from the Falls, Jack Nulty, Tommy Patton and Frank Conroy, Jim Foley, Tony Fox and Dick O'Neill. Viva la Quinta Brigada, the passion and the blood that made them fight. Adland they used to cry around the hillside. Let us all remember them this night. Viva la Quinta Brigada, the passion and the blood that made them fight. Adland they used to cry around the hillside. Let us all remember them this night. Viva la Quinta Brigada, let us all remember them this night. Thank you very much. There's a story actually attached to Brendan Behan about the time at the height of his writing prowess. He went off to Spain. And in them days, as you know, there was no, what do you call them things, bridges that come from the plane straight into the building. You had to come down the gangplank and across the tarmac. And all the reporters rushed out to Brendan, and he said, Mr. I can't do a Spanish accent, so if I get it right. Mr. Bean, what do you hope to see while you're here? And he said, Franco's funeral. And somebody else said, but he's not dead yet. We'll wait. He never got off the last step. He was put back on the plane and sent home. This song is one called the Mary Ellen Carter, and it's a seafaring song. But the underlying story to it is never let people put you down. Always tell them the truth. And if you want to do it, you go for it once it's right. You ready now? She went down last October in the pouring, driving rain. The skipper he'd been drinking and the mate he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock when she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled. There was just us 5 aboard her, and she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost. And the groan she gave as she went down, it caused us to proclaim we'd make Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, then met her sorry end. The insurance paid a lot to us, so let her rest below. They laughed at us and said we'd have to go. Well, we talked of her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 of floating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. For those who loved her best and were with her till the end, we'll make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 dives a day in hard hat suit and twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet. The currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. Well, we stopped the fence, patched her dents, dog thatch, boat hole down. Put cables through our fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the strain. Watch the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. But we couldn't leave her there, you see, she tumbled in the scale. She'd saved our lives so many times, living through the gales. And the laughing drunken rats who left her to her sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt a final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again. Though her name not be lost to the knowledge of men, no matter what you've lost, be in a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Thank you very much indeed. If I fall short in this one, you can help out.
I'll try.
I'll try. The higher you build your barriers, the taller I become. The further you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can't deny me, you can't decide to turn your face away, no matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. Thought that my pride was gone. Oh, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho, your lies will come tumbling. Deny my place in time, wander the world that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it will blind you. 'Cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone, oh no. Something inside so strong, oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, we'll be no better. Just look him in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no. Something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough. When we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Because there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no. Something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Song was written by a fella called Jimmy McCarthy. This is extra, folks, by the way.
Especially for Mr. Anto.
It's actually for Katie, but don't know. Among the walls and ruins of the horrific civic stone, I walked without a lover for my older bones. The sun was strong in going down. It was a dreamlike day. Just there I met the Trinity, and was there I heard them say, she said, bye, bye, mama, goodbye, brother John. Fare thee well, ye Shandon bells, ring on, ring on. She leaned and leaned much closer, and she kissed them all goodbye. Our mother said, don't go, my love, sure we all must by and by. A drunken tongue said, leave her off, she'll drive us all crazy. She turned around and cut my face, and the both of us was she. She said, bye, bye, mama, goodbye, brother John. Fare thee well, ye Shandon bells, ring on, ring on. Up onto the limestone wall, down the level steps, she threw herself into the stream with a splash and no regrets. Side-struck swimming midstream, blowing kisses to the crowd. Everything grew silent, and the sky knew not one cloud. She said, bye, bye, mama, goodbye, brother John. Fare thee well, ye Shandon bells, ring opera house, the mad lady and me. This is what it's like when it's played for real. Thank you very much. Mr. Paul Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gents, Mr.
All the
Lee
way from the
Kelly.
ladies' toilets. The Moigan Muggan.